Chapter 1. The Long Road Home. My name is Mark. I work in a big city. The city is very loud and very fast. I have a good job. I live in a new apartment, but I am not happy. I feel empty inside. I am far from my home. I am far from my father. I did not see my father for 5 years. 5 long, hard years. Our family is broken. We are not a family anymore. We are like strangers. We had a big fight. It was after my mother died. The fight was very bad. The words were angry. The words were full of pain. I left our small town. I went to the big city. My father was very angry. He told me not to come back. His last words were, "Do not come back." And I listened. I never called. He never called. We were silent for 5 years. But 5 years is a long time. I am older now. He is older too. Last week, I saw a new picture of him. My brother Sam sent it to me. My father looked very old in the picture. He looked very tired. His face was thin and sad. His eyes were empty. My heart felt a sharp, strong pain. He was my father. He was alone in that big old house. I missed him. I decided to go home. I had to go home. I did not call him. I was scared. I was scared he would say no on the phone. I was scared he would hang up. I had to see his face. I got in my car. I put a small bag in the back. I drove for 6 hours. The tall buildings of the city became small. The roads became quiet. I saw the green trees of my town. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. My stomach felt sick. What was I doing? Was this a bad idea? Chapter 2. The Closed Door. I parked my car on the old street. It was very quiet. I was standing in front of my old house, the house where I grew up. The paint was old and white. It was peeling. The garden was messy. My mother always kept the garden beautiful. She loved her flowers. Now it was full of weeds. It looked sad. I walked to the brown wooden door. I stood there for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I was so scared. My feet felt heavy. They did not want to move. I smelled the air. It was the same old smell. It smelled like my childhood. It smelled like my mother's cooking and old books. My heart was beating very fast. Boom, boom, boom. It felt loud in my chest. I lifted my hand. It was heavy. I rang the bell. The sound was very loud in the quiet street. I waited. I heard sounds inside. I heard slow footsteps. Someone was walking to the door. The lock turned. The sound was slow and loud. The door opened. It was my father. He stood there. He was thinner than I remembered. His hair was all white. His eyes looked at me. They were his eyes, but they were cold. They were the eyes of a stranger. I said, "Hello, Dad." My voice was shaking. I tried to smile, but I could not. His face did not change. He did not smile. He did not look happy. He did not look surprised. He just looked sad and tired. His lips moved. He said, "I told you not to come. Go back." He did not shout. His voice was quiet and broken. It was worse than shouting. It was cold and empty. It was the voice of a man with no hope. Before I could speak, he closed the door. The door closed in my face. The sound was a loud bang. It was the sound of my heart breaking. Chapter 3. The Terrible Lie. I stood at the door for a long time. I did not move. I was frozen. I could not feel my hands. He did not want me. My own father sent me away. My father closed the door on me. I was not his son any more. I felt like a child. I wanted to cry. I wanted to hit the door. I went to a small motel in the town. The room was cold and dark. I sat on the bed. I felt so alone. Why? Why did he hate me so much? The old fight was bad, but was it this bad? No, something else was wrong. This was not just anger. This was hate. I called my brother, Sam. "He still lives in the town." He answered the phone. His voice was low. "Mark? Is that you?" I said, "Sam, I am here. I am in the town. I came to see Dad." He closed the door. "He told me to go back." "Why? What happened?" Sam was quiet. I heard him take a deep breath. He sounded nervous. He said, "Mark, Dad is just old. He is sad. He misses Mom. He's not the same." I knew he was not telling the truth. I felt anger. I said, "No, it is more than that. He hates me." I saw his eyes. "What did you tell him, Sam? Tell me the truth." Sam started to cry. His voice was small, like a child. He said, "I am sorry. I am so sorry, Mark. I did not mean to. I was so angry." "What did you do?" I asked. My voice was loud now. He said, "When Mom was sick, you were busy. You were in the city for your new job. You did not come home. I was alone with her. I was alone when she died. I was so scared. I was so angry at you." He continued, "After she died, I was full of pain. Dad was crying every day. I was crying. I told him you left her. I told him you did not care about her. I told him you only cared about your new job. I told him you did not answer her calls. I lied, Mark. I lied." I hung up the phone. I could not breathe. My hands were shaking. My brother told my father I abandoned my mother. My father hated me for 5 years. He hated me because of a terrible, terrible lie. Chapter 4. The Coffee. My anger was gone. I did not feel angry at Sam. I just felt a deep, terrible sadness. Our family was so broken. My father was alone. He was in pain. He thought his son was a bad man. My brother was alone. He was scared. He kept a big, dark secret for 5 years. This lie was a wall between us. I had to fix this. I could not leave. I could not go back to the city. I decided to go back in the morning. I would knock again. I would not leave. I would tell my father the truth. I would not let him close the door. I would shout if I had to. I did not sleep all night. I just watched the clock. The room was dark. My mind was full of sad thoughts. The next morning, I was getting dressed. I was putting on my shoes. My phone made a sound. Beep. I had a new message. It was from a number I did not know. My hands were shaking. I opened the message. The words were very simple. It said, "If you still call me your father, come for coffee tomorrow, 9 a.m. I read the words again and again. It was from my dad. My brother must have called him. Sam must have told him the truth last night. Tears came to my eyes. They ran down my face. I could not stop them. They were not sad tears. They were not angry tears. He saw me. He was angry, but he was still my father. He wanted to talk. It was a new start. It was hope.